So here's the, I don't know if you can read it, right? The VHS that she got from the University of Arizona. It says right here, University of Arizona Main Library. She got this stupid thing, and right, and I'm gonna play this. I'm hoping it is what I think it is, which is DuckTales, but we never know. I'm scared to have any other tapes. I only have Disney. I keep around. I don't keep the blank ones around for that safety mechanism. And yep, it is DuckTales. It's DuckTales, alright. Yep. It's DuckTales. So I got this recording, this VHS off the TV, because there's like a TV converter to VHS in the 90s, late 90s, and I bought a VHS cleaner that came with like a little special liquid for the VHS cellophane, and then you know, that's how I kind of kept all the best cartoons on these empty ones. But again, somebody kept breaking into my house and taking these and switching them out, right? So, you know, when they did what they did to me in this mental hospital, right? They drugged me, beaten me, they did whatever they wanted with me. When you are locked up against your will in a cell, right? There's no way to people to know what they're doing to you in those places, or even an emergency room, because this happened to me in an emergency room as well. So I went to an emergency room with severe panic attacks and stomach ache, and I think I was dying. I was having like a stroke, and it felt like a stroke. And so I went to the emergency room, and there was a Hindu man, right? He was very dark-skinned man, and he scared the shit out of me. When he came into the emergency room to look at me, he's like, well, I'm going to give you a rectal exam. And I was like, what? No, I came here for, you know, heart attack and for stomach pains. There's nothing here. I mean, I maybe had a bad poop, but I don't think there's anything down there that you need to check. And he says, like, well, I'll call the cops because you came here to the emergency room and then you want me not to check on you. You're just wasting resources and my time. This is what they do to you, right? They coerce you. They threaten you under the law. Well, if you don't get examined by me, I'm going to have the cops come in here and take you away to a mental institute because you've been here to the emergency room many, many times, claiming these ghost or false claims of being severely ill, and clearly you're not, right? So I said, no, I am severely ill. You can tell from my skin, from my nails, from my hair, from my body. You can tell that I am not well. What more proof do you want? He's like, well, I need you to have a rectal exam. And I said, I'm not going to have a rectal exam. So he said, well, you're going to do it or you're going to jail. And this is what happened in all mental institutes. They drug you, right? They put you in a room. They watch you. And in the middle of the night, 5 or 6 nurses come in to watch you get raped or beaten, get your bones broken in. This is what they do. This is the protocol they like to do. So I was like, holy shit, I'm not getting out of this emergency room. If this man doesn't violate me in this emergency room, he's going to violate me violently in a mental institute, break my bones, leave me to absolute nothingness, right? Because this is what they do. This is what they are accustomed to do. And so, you know, after 3 to 4 times that I've been in mental institutes against my will, because again, my own family calls CPS or calls mental institutes, even though I'm not violent or I'm not hearing voices or seeing anything, I'm not acting in any way erratic or crazy. I have never been crazy. So this is the thing, right? Like, it's all a setup. You can't get away from the setup because it's so perfectly executed to the point where one wrong step leads you back into the den of the lions. It brings you back into the mouth of the predator. So, it's like, how do I escape this? There's no way of escaping, and the only way that I know how to escape is leave my house and just, live in my car and just do odd jobs to survive. And that's what I can do, the best that I can do right now. And Linda doesn't get it. She's going to end up like me because she doesn't understand how the system works. And so I keep telling her, you know what? Okay, you think you can survive the system, but you really can't. You think because you're educated and you have opportunities that somehow that saves you by the way that they shark attack you, okay? They're looking for blood, any type of scent of brokenness, and they'll come in like sharks. And so he brought in the doctor, this Hindu man, brought like, 4 white nurses in the room to watch as he performed a violent exam on me. I said, I don't want you to do that. He's like, you're going to do it because I'm ordering you, and they're going to watch so you can see that I can do whatever I want here. And so I was like, holy shit. I met eye to eye with the devil that day. So it's like, somehow you're connected to all of this shit, and they're all connected to Boeing, MK Ultra, dark web, drug cartels, their child pornography. They get off of this shit. Like, they love to watch people being tortured and violated. This is their thing, and they gather in groups and they go in for the attack, and it's all done in emergency rooms and in clinics and mental health hospitals that are not health hospitals, okay? Let me tell you that, they're not. And so, I kicked him because, they pinned me down. I fought back because that's what you do. You fight back, and I don't care if they want to sue me for fighting back. You don't get to touch me and hit me and think there's not going to be an effect to that. You kick a dog, and a dog is going to come back at you and bite you, and the consequences are not going to be pretty. So if you're dying now, convulsing, that's not my problem, because I told you I don't want this rectal exam. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want you to put your hands on me. You should learn your fucking lesson and be like, you need to understand what no means no. Okay? So this is where we're at right now. I'm fighting the fucking devil of all devils, which is Boeing and big oil. It's not a fun thing, and Linda doesn't seem to understand what the fuck is going on, but she's going to. And it's not going to be pretty, because I bet it's going to be like 20 dudes in the room raping her and breaking her bones until she gets the fucking message that I'm here for a reason. To teach, to guide, to tell you, you can't do whatever the fuck you want. There's rules and there's laws, and there's some things you have to be careful, because we are losing the battle and the war in an impossible way. We are not coming out of this alive. We will die in the battlefield. We will be sacrificed. There is no doubt about it, okay? This is not a time for you to be having children. I repeat, this is not the time to be having children, people. This is why you should abstain in celibacy, because these children that are ending up, right, missing, they don't go missing in a normal way. They end up dead, and their bodies that are found, they have been tortured like nothing before we have ever seen. This is sick, beyond sick, okay? This is sick beyond sick. And I'm sorry you don't understand the message, but it needs to get across or you will lose your life.